buy a wig, Jane. These are children struggling with cancer that don't have hair. Buy a wig, Jane. Okay. Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing a Reddit am I the asshole trend. Yeah, I don't really know where this video is gonna take me, but let's see. Let me get in people's business. Am I the a-hole for not letting my daughter have a birthday party because of what she called her sister? Let's see. Let's dive in. I have two daughters, Jen 15 and Kim 14. Kim is very popular at school while Jen doesn't have any friends. A few weeks ago, it was Jen's birthday and she invited the whole class, hoping at least a few of them would come. Kim found the whole thing very amusing and was constantly making fun of Jen, saying things like, I bet you 20 bucks that no one would come, LOL. That's not funny, girl. That's not funny. And of course, just like she guessed, no one came. We were all upset about this while Kim laughed at Jen and called her a loser and told her there would be many people at Kim's birthday party. I told her there won't be many people because she will not have a birthday party. Serve! Well, her birthday is in a few days and she's begging me to let her celebrate, but I won't. My wife thinks I'm overreacting and being an a-hole, but I'm teaching her a lesson. Plus, Jen is quite pleased that Kim is not getting to celebrate and I don't want to ruin it for her. Yeah. Baby, you think you're cute? You think you're funny? Ha 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 ha, no party. Look at you. Oh, no one came to my party, but look at you. 100%. Like, obviously, I don't have kids, so take everything with a grain of salt, but like, that's not okay. And at 14 and 15, like, you might not know how much of a lasting impact it is, but you still know that you're being very cruel. You know you're being mean. You know you're going out of your way to not be nice to somebody and like pick on their insecurities. So no, baby, you're not having a party. Yeah, sit home on your birthday or family time because ain't nobody coming. Am I the a-hole for agreeing with my daughter that she doesn't have to invite her sister to her birthday party since she is jealous? My two girls do not get along. It has to deal with some jealousy issues my oldest daughter has towards her younger sister. This has been an issue since they have been in the same middle school. My oldest is in 8th grade and my youngest is in 6th grade. The issue started when my youngest started doing better in school. She would come home with straight A's. My oldest is good academically also, but she is usually a B student and getting an A is a big deal for her. That came to a head when my oldest started telling the youngest that she didn't deserve her grade. We put her in counseling after that. Overall, the relationship has not been getting better. The main issue at the moment is my oldest calling her sister shallow for the things she likes and keeps commenting she's popular mean girl. We looked into this. She hasn't done anything wrong. My youngest birthday is coming up and she wants to do the indoor water park with a few of her friends. We do parties for both girls, so this was fine. She asked if she could have this without her sister since her attitude would ruin the day. I talked it over with my spouse and we agreed that I would go and watch the kids and he would stay home with the oldest. Everyone is happy but my oldest. She thinks we are major jerks for not allowing her to go, even after we explained why multiple times. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Like, having kids is really hard because like, obviously. But yeah, like, just the fact that like, that's a whole person that has their own personality and autonomy and like insecurities and blah, blah, blah. And like, I don't know, like just the idea of like my kid being like mean just makes me like really sad and very, very like, I don't really know what to do with that. But yeah, no, you're not going to her birthday party so you can ruin her day, girl. Girl, you think you're cute? You better stay in that room. But also I think she's jealous for a reason, and maybe there is something that like maybe at school, since the younger sister gets so much attention, like she needs more attention at home, but at the same time, like you don't want to split up the attention the wrong way. So you're not the a-hole at all. You're right, honey, you're staying home, you're not ruining her day. But I don't really know what the answer is, but I think it's more than the party. Maybe like instead of counseling just her, maybe family counseling, maybe counseling with her and the sister. But yeah, that's tough. This is juicy. It's crazy that they're like updated like now. That's crazy. Oh, okay, bro. Okay, mother-in-law. I was looking at mail for a long time and I was really, really confused. I was like, what's mail? Anyways. Am I the a-hole for not allowing my mother-in-law to come over to my house unannounced and for no longer accepting anything she buys us? The in-laws drama be juicy. The in-laws drama be crazy. I have been with my husband for 3.5 years and married just over 1 year. This past November, we had our first child. My husband is the only child and his father was never in the picture. Him and his mom have never been really close. Oh, that's interesting. Him and his mom have never been really close. Now, for a little backstory, we are both at odds with my mother-in-law, and it all started less than 24 hours after I had my son. Go home, go home, go home, go home. My husband and I both told my mother-in-law. Okay. My husband and I told both my mother-in-law and my mother that we did not want our son's birth turned into a photo op, Bobby. People taking pictures of me have always made me uncomfortable. My son had some complications immediately after he was born and he was rushed to the NICU. I wasn't able to see him for roughly 9 hours. Once I was allowed to go into the NICU, my husband went with me as this was the first time I was officially meeting our newborn son. Next thing I know, I look up and see my... Okay, I lost my point. Where am I? Next thing I know, I look up and see my mother-in-law using this opportunity as a photo op. I was fuming. These were not the first pictures I wanted of my son or of my husband and I with our son. The next morning, my mother-in-law decided she wanted to come back and see our son, who is now safe and in our room. I'm running on maybe 2 hours of sleep, but still said it was okay for her to come. Once she was there, I didn't really interact with her. I was just trying to rest. After she left, she ended up calling my husband. This is when he decided to call her out on the photo op and how she completely violated a boundary that we clearly set. Her response floored me. She began yelling at my husband, saying that I hate her and that I don't like her and I never have. Okay. That I am so hateful towards her. She said her reasoning for taking the pictures was because she thought that we would want to remember that moment, and to her it wasn't a big deal and she didn't see the point of getting upset. Let me put a pin in it. She knows exactly what she's doing. Play for play. You specifically told her you didn't want a photo. She knew that you were exhausted, that this was a traumatic moment, and she knew exactly what she was doing. I don't know if she wanted to just trigger you because she hates you, or if she just wanted a picture of the sun, but she just like does not care about you at all. But she knew exactly what she was doing. She did it on purpose. Real. And she knows exactly why you're upset too. So come on. Anyways, once all this happened, I decided I needed to distance myself from her and focus on my new family. My husband agreed with doing this as well. Fast forward to about a week and a half ago, my husband and son had been sick for over a week. I was out doing errands and getting groceries. Mother-in-law asked me multiple times if I wanted anything from Sam's Club. No. The whole somebody like going out of their way to do something that is like to do something that you ask them not to do, and then after trying to be like, no, do you want a cookie? It's like when your parents beat you and then after they're like, oh, you're hungry. I mean, are you hungry? No, my stomach is, I'll never be hungry again. You don't cook a thing for me. No, I know where this is going, and no. Anyways, I would constantly tell her no, but thank you. She was doing the same thing to my husband, and he would also respond, no, we are good, thanks. I returned home and my son was screaming. He hadn't slept all day. We all decided to try to nap. My husband finally falls asleep and I finally get oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I would think about putting a restraining order on that lady. My husband, where am I? And I finally get my son to fall asleep. About 10 minutes later, there's a knock on the door. My dog goes flying and barking her head off, waking up my son. I answer the door and say, why are you here? She says, No. She says, I wanted to bring you a rotisserie chicken, a trash can, and laundry detergent. She says, I wanted to bring you a rotisserie chicken, a trash can, and laundry detergent. I told her we already said we didn't want anything and to not show up at our house unannounced. And the next time she tries to give us random crap, I will immediately return it to her. We don't want anything from her. She got angry and said she will never come over or speak to us again and slammed the door. Good. Great. Thank you. Thank you for, babe. Thank you for doing that for me. Thank you. Like, no. It's wild. In-laws drama is so crazy because like, I don't know. I feel like people are so cruel because like, as a mother, you gave birth. You know what that means. Like, you know how excruciating that is. You watched me give birth. My son is literally in the NICU, and you think that's okay for you to be messy right now? Even if you hated me, even if I was the worst person ever, girl, you could have still waited to play me. What, like, that's crazy. Like, you know what my body's going through. You know what I'm going through mentally. You know how exhausted I am. 2 hours of sleep. I don't even have kids, and if I get 2 hours of sleep, I can't even breathe. 2 hours of sleep after just giving birth, and like, that's the time that you think is okay to like BS. That's not somebody you need in your life, because like, literally at your lowest moments, like, there's never gonna be a break. So girl, when you really going through it, when you're like about to jump off that cliff, they're pushing you and playing and tickling you. So yeah, I don't know, y'all know me, I love a good cold turkey, but it just depends. But also, like, if the husband literally never had a good relationship with her, like, it matters a lot more now, because you're literally bringing a kid into this. So now, like, all the stuff that she's doing to you, whether you think you can handle it, now it's like, is my a literal baby gonna be able to handle this and all that energy? Like, if she brings in that bad energy and everybody's mood is messed up, the baby's gonna feel that. So like I don't think that's a relationship that should continue, but bare minimum, I don't think she should be allowed around the child until whatever she's doing is squashed, and until she learns how to like listen to a boundary. And like, that's crazy. But yeah, this is juicy. Oh, you got me feeling like Dr. Phil. Okay, this is a lot though. I might do like one more. Like, I know I could read, but it's making me question. Okay, for real. Am I the a-hole for not giving my stepmother my hair? I, 29 female, have been growing my hair out since before the pandemic and have managed to grow it out to halfway down my butt. Okay, and I've never dyed my hair, and I rarely style or blow dry it, so it's very healthy. My natural hair color is a very uncommon red. I've been told my whole life that it's almost impossible to recreate. Okay, individual, unique, yeah. Okay. It's almost impossible to recreate. It's not an uncommon thing for people to tell me they want my hair. 2 weeks ago, I finally decided I wanted to cut it short and donate it to Angel Hair for Kids, a company that makes wigs for children fighting cancer and other illnesses. I told my dad I was doing this, and when I was doing it, he thought it was a great idea. I ended up cutting off 16 inches and honestly have never felt more like myself with my new haircut. I feel like I finally recognize myself again, and for the first time in years, I feel good about myself. Cut to that same night. I had sent my dad a picture of my chopped off hair at the salon, followed by the haircut pics. About an hour later, stepmother, you're not even genetic? You're not getting my hair. Are you crazy? About an hour later, I received a text from my stepmother, 71 female, who we'll call Jane. She asked if I would consider giving her the hair so she could have it sent out to make a wig for herself. Buy a wig, Jane. These are children struggling with cancer that don't have hair. Buy a wig, Jane. Oh my goodness. No. Jane and I have had a very rocky relationship in the past. For 2 years in high school, I didn't speak to her or my dad because of an issue that she had caused and never apologized for. We've since moved on and have a better relationship now. She has dealt with major health issues as long as I've known her, and within the past 2 years has lost nearly all of her hair. She recently bought 2 to 3 wigs that look amazing on her. Every time we discuss the wigs, she would joke that I should give her my hair since I have so much of it. No, kisses. Well, it turns out that I misunderstood and she actually wasn't joking. That's tough. I'm not joking either. You're not getting my hair. So it looks like we're both not comedians, right? When Jane asked me for my hair, I had already sent it away for donation, which I told her. She didn't say anything about it after that, just asked me for more pictures of my haircut, which I sent. In all honesty, the idea of giving her my hair feels quite weird to me. I imagine showing up to Christmas and see her wearing my hair, and it brings up weird emotions about my previous relationships with her when I was younger and she was more controlling. Good. When I saw my dad the following Monday, he almost immediately brought up the fact that I had donated it elsewhere instead of giving it to Jane. I asked if she was upset about it, and my dad told me that she was, and that he was also and that he was also disappointed that I didn't think of her first. It caused some tension between us and has made me uncomfortable, but it's also really put a damper on the whole experience of doing something good and finally feeling good about myself. I feel like I've done something wrong and selfish now. TLDR, what does that mean? To let y'all know. Anyways, I donated my hair to a children's cancer foundation instead of giving it to my stepmother who was dealing with hair loss. And to make a long story short, what does TLDR mean? Okay, too long, didn't read. I donated my hair to a children's cancer foundation instead of giving it to my stepmother who was dealing with hair loss, and now she and my dad are disappointed. Am I the a-hole here? Yeah, not at all. These issues with the moms are crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Just obviously, like, she's not the a-hole and she's not in the wrong and the mom is crazy, whoop-de-whoop, but I just, like, when you do something and, like, you, like, feel really, really good about it, and then it's, like, you tell one person about it and they, like, take the life out of it and suck all the energy off it, and, like, she was talking about she cut her hair and she finally felt like herself. Like, that's a really good thing and that's a really big deal. But the second she told her stepmom about it, the life is completely taken out of it. All the joy is gone from it, and now it's, like, instead of a good thing, it's a bad memory, and it's like, oh, am I selfish? Like, I don't know. I think that's very telling, and I think that needs to be, like, taken into account as you figure out what type of relationships you want to have with people. Like I said, y'all know me, I'm a cold turkey type of girl, but I do understand a lot of people don't want to do that. But if you are going to stay in a relationship that is, like, relatively unhealthy, you have to be very strict on your boundaries, and you have to keep, like, you have to keep good things to yourself, if that makes sense. Because clearly, like, the stepmom has an issue and, like, doesn't like seeing you happy, so she knows how to, like, take the joy and the life out of a situation, and then she knows how to sway the dad so that he's on her side too. So yeah, with something like that, it's like you gotta just, like, tell your friends and giggle about it. And with the family, say, I don't know, somebody robbed me and they cut my hair. I would if I could, but sorry, girl. I would if I could, but sorry, girl. But yeah, am I the a-hole for not inviting the whole class? No, I don't like all y'all. Am I the a-hole for telling a friend to stop micromanaging my allergy and her trauma is her own? Juicy. I have an allergy to peanuts. When I was a lot younger, my parents basically put me through exposure training to help it. It sucked a lot, but now my reaction to my allergy is extremely mild. I basically will get a rash around my lips and that is it. So now it isn't a big deal if I accidentally eat something, and the chances of me having a major reaction are so low that it might as well be when pigs fly. Okay. We have a new friend to our friend group. I'll call her Laura. Friend groups, let me stop, you know, because that's my trauma. So let me reel it in. We have a new friend to our friend group, and I'll call her Laura. I told her I could not have peanuts, but she told me that the time she saw an allergic reaction and how terrifying it was. I thought that was the end of it, but every single time I've been out with Laura, she has brought up my allergy. Girl, we're at the gym. Why are you talking about peanuts right now? Stop it. Telling me if I am sure I can eat that, vetoing, no, especially with food. If I'm hungry, babe, we're gonna go eat. You're confused. Don't veto. Oh my goodness. Vetoing places to eat since they serve peanuts. I have talked to her before. It has caused tension in the group, and me explaining over and over again that my reaction is very mild and I can eat places just fine. Every single time, she acts like she knows my allergy better and that if I keep eating on accident, it will get worse. I've explained a million times that isn't always the case, and I literally did the opposite in peanut exposures. Nothing has gone through to her. Everyone's allergies are different. I was hanging out with the group and we wanted burgers and suggested Five Guys. The store has peanuts. Girl, are you my mother? Are you like, you're so confused. The store has peanuts in it. Laura blew up, telling my other friend that they are horrible for trying to get me to have an allergic reaction. I had enough and told her to stop micromanaging my allergy and that she needs to stop pushing her trauma on me. That I'm going to Five Guys, and the group left without her. Some of my friends think she is crazy, while others think I am being the a-hole because she seems to care about me. She doesn't care about you. Well, Yeah, I don't believe she cares about you. Sorry. It's like, because if you cared about me and I told you like, hey, like, can you stop doing this, you would stop. So I don't know. I don't know if it's ego. I don't know what you have going on, but I let you know. You need to figure that out. If you have trauma, get a therapist, take 5 deep breaths. I don't know, but that's your business, girl. If I'm hungry, I'm trying to eat, that's not the time to play. If I'm trying to eat, that's not the time to play. So I don't know, like, and that's what I'm saying about friend groups. Like, the reason I'm always sketchy on them is because I feel like it's not an equal relationship, if that makes sense. So if there are like 5 people, it'll be like these 2 people click and these 2 people click, or these 3 people click, right? And sometimes there's like secret animosity, and like in this situation, she's clearly not the a-hole. Why can't everyone be honest about that? Because we're a friend group and we don't want to offend her, and she said she could, like, I don't even know. Clearly she's not the a-hole. Like, it's a boundary. She put it up. You should respect that. That's the base level of humanity. I don't know what to tell y'all. So yeah, what's really going on? Girl, I'm trying to eat. I'm hungry. I'm not gonna play with you. Get out of my face. Yeah, so, but yeah, that was super fun. Like, that was fun. That was interesting. Thanks for watching.